Welcome to Alternative Universe. This time I am going to talk about another interesting topic, the dark side of the Anunnakis. First of all, a lot of people know about that our humanity is controlled by a secret government. This secret government controls several institutions and organizations. Like I can mention, for example, the OTAN or the ONU or the religion church or the loyalty of the United Kingdom. All these institutions or organizations form part of the Illuminatis. And behind this organization are the Anunnakis. Who are the Anunnakis? They are the reptile race. The reptile race who is the responsible of the creation of the human being. They created the human being with a mysterious purpose. I can ensure that the loyalty of the United Kingdom is a direct progeny of the Anunnakis. They are progeny because they have a gene who belongs to the reptile race. These Anunnakis decide who is going to be the president of the most important countries or nations, because they control this nation. The United States or United Kingdom form part of the Illuminati's organization. The first person who discovered the Anunnakis, or maybe he didn't discover the Anunnakis, but he focused the attention of a lot of people in the Summit culture, is Zacharias Sitchin. Zacharias Sitchin discovered several sculptures and other images who were representation of the Anunnakis. For example, in this image you can see a reptile. This reptile was a god for the Sumer culture, because the most principal gods of this culture were reptiles. The reptiles who came from the outer space. But not only the Sumer culture talked about the reptiles. Another culture expressed their knowledge about reptiles in their religions. For example, in India, I can say the Nagas. The Nagas, they were like half reptile and half human beings. They were like the semi-gods of the Hindu mythology or Hindu religion. In the Mahabharata you can find this representation or the myth of the Nagas. Another important culture that talked about the reptile race or reptile kings was the China and Japanese culture. For them, the most principal gods were dragon or reptiles. And the king of these countries in 1,000 years ago, the most important kings were like a representation of the reptile, representation of the god in the earth, because for them the dragon was a god. What a coincidence, right? Another culture that talked about the reptile race was the Egypt culture. In Egypt, we can find representation of the reptile race in their sculptures inside the pyramids. The Egypt culture is the most important culture to me because it has an important knowledge belongs to the Anunnakis. say that they were abducted by people who had a Nordic expression, or Nordic body. Maybe these Nordics are Anunnakis. But why? Why Anunnakis? If I am saying that Anunnakis are reptiles, why Nordics can be Anunnakis? Yes, because the Anunnakis have the skill of transform or become their bodies in several forms, because they don't belong to this dimension. They belong to the inferior dimensions. They belong to the first and second dimension. The Anunnakis are divided into factions, the bad faction and the good faction. Not all the Anunnakis, not all the reptiles are bad, because in this planet there is Anunnakis who help the humankind. For example, the White Brotherhood. The White Brotherhood is an organization who is hidden inside the planet Earth. Maybe they are Anunnakis also, but they are good Anunnakis. They are different. They are different from the bad Anunnakis. One theory talks about the Anunnakis, the bad Anunnakis, only want the human being in order to extract dense energy. Dense energy who is bring because of the suffer of the humanity, because of the war. With the war and suffering, these Anunnakis can get this kind of energy, who is like their food. Several people can ensure that these Anunnakis work together with the grace. They do experiment with the human people in order to discover something secret inside the human being. Okay, this video has taken so long time. I think it's enough, and on this video you can express your comments, and if you are agree with me you can say it. If you disagree with me, okay, there's no problem, but to me it's important to express this kind of knowledge to the most of people, because most of people are interested in this kind of situation. Thank you for watching this